Live from the 215, the number one wrestling podcast in Philadelphia. This is Wrestle Cave. You're now in tuned to a very special show. And as I hold the L, this is High Society with my tag team partner, Casey. We run the fucking world. Casey, what's up?
Oh, baby. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. How you feeling, man? I'm feeling really good, man. It feels good to have weed back down here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Welcome to the High Society. If you know me and Ace, you know it's going to be, you know what it's about. You know it's a good show. We took some time to ask some of you guys some questions, so we'll be throwing them in and out throughout the show. We got some good ones on there. I also just threw another one out, so get some last-minute questions. We'll see. As always, you can follow us on the Facebook. You can get on there and be part of our Facebook group. We have over 1,100 members right now, growing and growing and growing, almost 1,200.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully to 2K by the end of the year, maybe by the end of the month. Well, who knows? If you have a friend, put them on there. If you are listening to this and you are not in there, please join. It's just a lot of respectful talk. We get rid of all the trolls and stuff. We don't like that stuff.
And that is at Wrestle Cave Podcast.
Wrestle Cave Podcast on Facebook. On Twitter, you can find us at Wrestle_Cave.
Casey is killing it on as well, as always.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, if you ever want to get in contact, a lot of this stuff, like if you're not in the Facebook group, I do post a lot of stuff for upcoming events, when we're posting the podcast, all that kind of stuff.
What's going on Sunday, Casey?
One more thing, out on Instagram, Wrestle Cave. What is going on Sunday? Hell in a Cell?
What's going on during the day, Casey?
I don't know.
Football, man.
Oh, football. We got football again?
Is it or is it the 30th?
The 30th. Well, hold on. First of all, thank you to everybody. We had last Sunday, the 9th, we had the kickoff of the NFL season down here in South Philly. Yeah. Well, we're in North Philly. They're in South Philly. We were in South Philly on Sunday. Everybody that came out for the kickoff of the opening season of the NFL. It was fun. We were down at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly, so thank you for everybody to coming out. We're going to have another one, which Ace was trying to get at. Not this Sunday.
It's my bad.
The 30th. I can't do it every week. I can't do it every week. I got shit to do, man.
Shout out to Reek. One time for the week.
Reek was down there.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Yeah, so the September 30th, we will be down there, Chickies and Pete's, for another NFL/Wrestle Cave. I really just throw NFL out there because, you know, people like football. It's a way to get everybody out of the house. Really just come down, hang out, talk wrestling, talk football, bring a friend. I don't care if they like football. I don't care if they like wrestling. Just bring them, hang out, you know.
Thank you for the pizza, too. It was very, very good.
Oh, yeah. I'll feed you if you come down.
Yeah. Shout out to Casey, man.
Your drinks are on your own, but I'll feed you a little bit.
Sure.
And one last thing, as your cat attacks me again.
Down here when we start
September 28th. Raise the Bar Wrestling.
Trizzy.
And we're Williamstown, right?
Yes, sir.
Williamstown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
For anybody in the area, please come on out.
It's gonna be a great show.
One other thing, Ace, what are you wearing right now, Ace?
Hey man, shout out to Nick for bringing, you know, these designs to life. But you know, Casey went and got us some new threads, some new samples from T-shirts, and it feels really, really good. I'm wearing the first official Wrestle Cave T-shirt, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a good show, man. It's definitely gonna be a good show. When you're comfortable, you have the best shows. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, nice gray. Everybody's got black shirts.
Yeah.
So I figured
gray hoodies too.
Let's go with the gray. You want to go gray hoodies?
Yeah, we should get gray hoodies.
We'll ask. Let's ask. Let's ask what they want.
White, black, gray. You know,
we'll see what you guys want. We'll put a poll up sometime this weekend. We'll see what you guys want. Everybody responded well to the other poll I put up about what kind of merch they want. Hoodies and stickers seems to be the winners. Yeah. So those will be the next first. So we got one T-shirt out right now that we'll start taking pre-orders for. So if you want one, we will be posting a picture up. Ace and myself.
And then Casey got some hot shit coming also. I can't wait for that. We're just getting started.
But anyway, enough. Last thing, October 14th will be at Bound for Glory if anybody wants to come.
We're sold out.
It's sold out now, so if you don't already have a ticket, sorry. But if you are going, already have a ticket, let us know. All right, Ace, let's get into it.
All right, you want to get some cave picks real quick? How you feel about 205 Live managers? Basically, Drake Maverick is working with AOP, and it appears that Leo Rush is working with Bobby Lashley.
And not only that, but you see Drew Gulak, he's constantly coming out with all the heels.
Yeah.
Whenever Braun's out there.
Oh yeah. We did see that.
I like it. I mean, it's different because it's a different way of them trying to incorporate 205 Live. The first time they tried to do it, it was a lot of, these are the best wrestlers we got. Let's throw them out in 6-man tags, and then tag team matches with no backline, no storyline. The biggest things were happening on their show on Tuesday nights, which I get because that's the show that they want people to tune in for, so they're not going to give away all that stuff on Monday nights. But at the same time, people had no idea who they were if you don't watch that Tuesday show. So it was basically just like these guys just doing stuff. So
yeah,
it was a good way to showcase what they can do, but it wasn't a good way to get people to watch it.
Yeah.
Because there was no storylines involved at all. It's just kind of thrown together 6-man tags and tag teams and 8-man tags. But the way they're doing it now, incorporating these guys' personalities, they've taken probably the 3 guys that have the most personality there in the general manager of 205 and Drake Maverick. And then you have Leo Rush, who probably has the most talent in charisma.
Yeah.
As far as verbally, just, the way he talks, how loud he is.
You picture the tag team matches if they.
I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good. If you give him the Cruiserweight Championship, bring that on Raw. Bobby kind of in the Universal scene, and then they kind of can flirt with tag team. Like, that'd be. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic, too. This huge guy with such a little guy. I'm totally behind it.
I would definitely be behind that tag team. Bobby Lashley, the muscle, and him with all those innovative moves, cruiserweight style, lucha style. I think that is dope. Another thing that I've seen, I was on Instagram earlier, and you see different blogs about different things, and Baller Alert actually posted Ric Flair actually walking out to Ric Flair drip at his wedding to marry.
I just watched that before I came here.
Wendy Barslow. So that was dope to me. The shocking thing was, Dolph Ziggler walking his wife down the aisle. So I was a little confused about that.
Yeah. My question on that, are they related at all? Are they good friends? Is that his ex-wife? I don't know.
I have no idea. Is that his mother?
Is that his mother? Is that
knows?
like, I don't know.
Is
Dolph and Rick cool like that? Like,
I don't know.
Are they like boys like that? I guess. I mean, Dolph's been around for a long time, so I guess so. Could be. I mean, Evolution Evolution did feud with the Spirit Squad on DX. Or no, did they? No, it was DX, right? It was Shawn and Triple H, not that. But he was still around back then, and so was Rick was still wrestling. So I guess they could be boys like that. I don't know.
And I heard that was the 5th time Ric Flair has been married. Ric Flair's got to be in his.
Oh my God.
He's in his 70s. How old is Ric Flair?
It might be older than that. He was wrestling in his 70s. I feel like
his 5th marriage. This guy needs.
I'm looking this up.
We need a bio pic on Ric Flair, like a real legitimate like.
Oh, that's coming. That has to be coming.
I have to see it. It has to happen.
I mean, if they did one on Andre, they have to do one on Ric Flair. Those are the two of the most legendary, iconic guys. Didn't they do one on Macho Man too? I think so. Let me see. Rick
smashing 1,000 women and having 5 wives and coming out the Ric Flair drink.
I just showed my girlfriend the because she finally just saw Black Machismo. She saw Jay Lethal at All In, so she was like intrigued by it. So I went back, and she loves Ric Flair. So I showed her back from the TNA days when he came out and did the impersonation of Ric Flair, and they wooed off. They did the woo. Oh, first of all, Ric Flair was born a day before me, so awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm 1 day away. He is 69 years old.
Oh man.
Born in 1949, the day before my birthday. He's been married. Yeah, you're right. Fifth time.
Yep. That's crazy. To think that he was, it was a possibility he was real sick and he was going to pass.
Wait, hold on. Longest one was 23 years. Shortest one was 3 years. Can I also say this? This is the only other thing. You could go on after you were kind of getting into a serious moment. This is going to be a joke, but hold on. So his first marriage went from 1971 to 1983. Second marriage from 1983. So he picked up pretty quick. 1983, right out of one, right into the other. So 1983 for 23 years to 2006. 2006 to 2009. So he jumps right back into another one because then from 2009 to 2014. So this one might be the one because he waited 4 years.
Well,
This might be the one.
he must be having prenups.
This one has to be the one. He waited 4 years. Every other one was right in.
I mean, when you old as fuck, I mean, you should change evolve a little bit, right?
You know what? If he didn't sign a prenup before that, before any of those,
He had to.
I was gonna say he probably doesn't have as much money as he should if he didn't. Maybe the first one he didn't, and then he learned.
Maybe he didn't this time. Maybe she's the one. Maybe he's the one. This is the one he wants to go with.
You never know. Yeah. But you were gonna get into like a serious thing with him. I ruined that, didn't I?
No, I just was gonna say like to think that he was, Charlotte was flying out, by his side. He was a hop, skip, jumping away from Hostile, and now he's, in
A few
Migos.
times.
Right. He's in a Migos video, and now he's walking down the aisle getting married, and Dolph is there, and I don't know. I kind of thought that Drew was going to be around somewhere for a reason, so maybe I was wanting too much.
There's also another story that just came out today from Ringside News about Jason Jordan. It says that Jason Jordan may never be cleared to return to action, which is very sad if that's the case. So it says Mike Johnson indicated that there is a chance that WWE may never clear Jordan to return to in-ring competition coming off his neck injury. I hear, and then there's a quote. I hear there is no time frame on when Jordan will be returning to the ring, if at all. That's why they got him backstage working in production. Apparently, it's a lot worse than they thought it was going to be. This, according to his neck. So that was reported by Ringside News. What do you think about that?
I think it's sad because I feel like he never really had a chance to show what he could do. I think he was just scratching the surface, and I think he was talented. He played his role well. I didn't like him, and that was the whole point. It's sad, man. I think he had a lot to give, and he's not able to. And I can imagine how he feels being that young. But I'm happy for him in the sense that he has a position back there, and I think that, he's a younger talent, so his ears are probably different. He's probably more innovative. He's probably more creative. So hopefully they probably use him for, creative or something like that. Where do you think he would fit in, like backstage?
I think he would fit in well backstage. They say that him and Matt Hardy are going to be the next producers working backstage. I think both of them could probably add a lot more because they've worked a lot in this era now. I feel like a lot of the producers working backstage, and this is no disrespect to any of them at all, but I feel like a lot of them, Arn Anderson, Jamie Noble, Road Dogg, a lot of people working backstage, yeah, they're talented. They worked in a lot of eras, and they've done a lot in the ring and have a lot of experience, but they may or may not be able to change with the times, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it may be good to have a little bit of infusion of guys that have been wrestling in this current era. I mean, Matt's been in every single era. I think nobody would know it better of what actual wrestling fans want to see than Matt Hardy. I mean, he's been everywhere around the world, literally. Not fit, literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm cool with both of these guys being in there. Maybe that's what they need in there. A little kick in the ass from newer guys saying, you know what, this old stuff, it worked in the past, but we need something else now, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree 110%. Speaking of like older guys, it's an old guy out here that's continuously to make history. That's living his best life. Chris Jericho. You seen an All In interview or his episode on his show? What were some of the things that he was talking about?
So basically he records a lot of episodes with his I guess it's his manager or agent or Jack Slade. So he's been on the podcast a few times. But he basically They did an episode the day after All In. They did a show the night before All In, traveled overnight to get to Chicago. A couple things along the way almost got messed up. A guy took Jericho's picture. He saw Jericho in the airport, took a picture of Jericho. Jack had to like run him down, basically find him and like tell him to delete the picture. The guy knew he was like caught because he was trying to be discreet about it, so whatever. But so a couple times along the way they messed up. Jericho said Penta, like they told Penta to bring 2 costumes, but Jericho said like even if I told him to bring 2 of the same color costume, Jericho was like, I don't even have 2 of the same color thing.
I was looking at that.
So Jericho said he brought one that was silver, and the other guy, Jack, had to run to Home Depot and grab spray paint. And they did it like maybe an hour. They finished it maybe a half hour before he had to run out.
Right.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
And then and they said Penta was like so nice about it. He was like, "Yeah, man, do what you gotta do. Like this is what we're here for. Like do what you gotta do."
It's
So
fucking Jericho,
which is pretty cool. But it was like just listening to it. Like if you guys don't listen to Talk is Jericho,
I don't know what the fuck
go listen to it. Like it's cool. He doesn't just talk about wrestling. Like he's obviously in Rock and Roll with Fozzy, and he brings a whole bunch of different people on there. But no, it was a pretty cool episode. I obviously there's a lot that went into it, but he breaks down how so many different times this could have gone wrong. But he even said, like, I think this is what you were trying to get into, is talking about how he first got into going to All In. Is how at first he was like, no, there's like nothing for me. There's no match. Like I want to have nothing to Cody because Cody reached out to him. Like he said, like Cody reached out and at first he was like, no. And then the more like he thought about it and he thought of like this run-in idea with Kenny and the Cruise and all this. Because at first he was like, you know what? I said I won't do any shows that aren't WWE in America. And then he was like, at some point he was just like, you know what? This is history. I gotta do it. So he like went from one show overnight, went to Chicago, and then right after from his show in Chicago, they took a private jet and had played a show that night.
Same paint on his face.
Same paint on his face. He wanted to keep it. They had to push their show back so he could do both. And like that's why Jericho's a legend, dude. Mm-hmm. Who else would do that? And he said he didn't do it for the money. He told Cody to pay him whatever he felt like was right. That's just Jericho being Jericho, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They used to say Manny being Manny Ramirez, when he played for the Boston and all that. But Jericho being Jericho, this dude you never ever know where he's gonna pop up, bro.
Yup.
He could be outside. You hear a knock at the door.
Yup. And everybody thought I was crazy when I called it. But I already knew it was going to happen in some shape and fashion because
I don't ever doubt anything with Jericho.
Exactly. You can't. That's why he's the fucking greatest.
I hope he comes to Impact and wrestles Sami Callihan.
I think he's definitely going to Impact next. Why not? And that there was a question that I wanted to ask you because being as though that his touring is almost up, he's a free agent. He's enjoying being a free agent. This is the time where he likes to write new music. That's more so the time where he goes and does little shit for WWE. Now, my question is, do you think he's going to be at WrestleMania or the Supercard G1?
Why not both?
Vince
in all honesty, I have to think Jericho is a new Jericho now, and he's talked about how much money he's making right now. Yeah. How many him and the Bucks have a new shirt in Hot Topic, so he's going to be on the cruise with the Bucks. He has to at some point defend that Intercontinental Championship. Mm-hmm. I probably would say that is when they might plan on having that match.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Unless they're going to do Kenny and him on the cruise, which would be champion versus champion, as long as they both still have those titles. Mm-hmm. But as far as I'm concerned, he should want to be on that MSG show. It's already sold out, so as far as that's done with. There's no need to sell the ticket for him to be there. It's history, though. He is history. Jericho is history. How Jericho could literally say he's wrestled for every single promotion in the United States.
Yep.
And like actually in the United States, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
New Japan. He's already wrestled with New Japan in Florence, but it'll be in New York. If he could do Impact, he's done WWE. He could do Ring of Honor if he wanted to. I mean, I don't see why he would.
He's in a
but
position that he can. And for the last 28 years, he said he's finally had more control.
if he'll do Impact, he'll do Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's at a point where he's having the most control in his career in the last 28 years. He's also, like you said, he's making more money. I don't know, he's at a place where he doesn't have to ask Vince, 3-4 times, or his story or the thing that he pitches gets switched around 5-6 times before he actually does it. He has the free will. So I think he's definitely going to be at the G1 and just to be a part of more history. I think he's chasing moments now. He's chasing moments and pushing the envelope, and I think that's why he respects the Bucks and Cody and what they're doing now at this particular point. I seen a couple tweets between Cody and some fans, and some fans basically were saying that he should respect the foundation of the Bullet Club, because without the Bullet Club name, he wouldn't necessarily be able to be all in. How do you feel about that?
I don't. There's always going to be those people, man. There's always going to be those people.
Yeah, trolls.
That's like, I don't even know how to describe it, because it's just stupid, in my opinion. Like, there's always going to be, that's just like saying a baseball player would never be what he is without the Yankees or something. You know what I mean? No shit. You know what I mean? Like, no shit.
Yeah.
Like, so the F what? He's in Bullet Club that's been around for a while. AJ Styles wasn't originally in Bullet Club, was he? You're not talking anything about that?
Right.
Kenny Omega didn't start the Bullet Club, did he?
Nope.
Was he in it when they started?
Nope.
No, he's built it up, but no, he didn't start it.
Right.
So, I mean,
Cody
I don't
shit.
want to hear that shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you think it's because the status quo, because he left the WWE, and they just want to pick him.
Here's what it
out
is.
of everyone.
There's a couple ways. It's like that. It's people that were watching New Japan when Bullet Club started, and they're like, oh, people only like it now because it's an hot topic and whatever. Who can? So what? That's a good thing. How is that bad?
It's a great thing.
How is that bad?
It's pushing the business.
Yeah. Like, I hate when people bring up that aspect, like, oh, they're just here for right now. It's the hot thing. It's this and that. Okay, if it's the hot thing, it's still a good thing. It's getting exposure for wrestling, which doesn't get a lot of exposure. When's the last time anything in Hot Topic besides WWE was wrestling? Nothing.
Facts.
Nothing.
Wrestling is at a point where it's hot, and I think it's hot because of the shit that's going on outside of WWE.
We haven't had, before All In, we had not had a show of 10,000 seats or more be sold out since 1999, which was WCW. And now we've had All In, Impact. Impact, that's not a 10,000 seat, but Impact did sell out.
It did sell out.
Bound for Glory, but then MSG with Ring of Honor New Japan selling out. So for people to keep poo-pooing it like this, I'm sorry, you guys are missing it. And like I said before, with the LeBron analogy, you guys are going to be looking back and be like, damn, I missed something great.
Yep, instead of living in it and enjoying it.
Because what's wrong with having New Japan and Ring of Honor and Impact all be at the top? And what's wrong with that? Nothing. That makes WWE better, because you already seen, in my opinion, you've seen them, WWE, kind of switch what they're doing, and you have to admit, it's become a little bit more interesting lately.
Yeah, the storyline. Yeah,
the storylines have been more put together, and it's not just like, okay, we have our one storyline and here's this other shit.
Yeah, because you gotta realize,
SmackDown's always been good, but I feel like SmackDown's even turned it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like Raw, since All In, the direction has been better. I'm not going to say the overall product. I'll say the direction that they're going. They seem to have a direction now.
It's just the storyline. I feel like the Monday and Tuesday nights are basically to progress the story, and the payoff is to come off in the pay-per-view. If you look at it like that, you start appreciating a little bit more. It's not all the shit that goes on in the ring. It's what's going on with the story. And like you said, it's been like shit going on that normally didn't really happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that's the other thing when you go back to people complaining about it. That's what Monday and Tuesday are to me too. Yeah. You have to appreciate it for what it is.
Thank you, Case. High five on that. Well, because I don't know what the fuck I don't know what they're looking at.
Well, here's the
Monday and
thing:
Tuesday.
a lot of people don't watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
They just look at the results of the match.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Ronda jobbed out Alexa or whatever. Did you watch it though? Did you actually sit there and watch it? Because do you want a 20-minute match between Alexa? I'm not saying that didn't happen last week, but just for instance, like, do you want a 20-minute match between Alexa and Ronda? Because then you're going to complain that Ronda looks weak.
Or you're going to complain because we already seen it and they're going to do it again at a pay-per-view.
Exactly. Because that's what this one's going to be, Hell in a Cell. Yeah. But then you see other things like they've shifted gears to Drew and Dolph having the tag team championships now, which I've talked about. There's more of a direction there. Them going with Braun, that makes all three of them look stronger. It makes Braun look stronger by him having the tag team champions with them going against the Shield. So right then and there, that tag team match on Sunday, the Shield against Drew and Dolph, already better. Already tag team division, already better right now.
Absolutely.
Like I've said all along, just take it seriously. There's nothing wrong with having comedy teams. Just let the in-ring shit be serious. And I feel like they're starting to do that a little bit. 2 weeks in a row, we've seen the B team actually get to have like 2 commercial breaks in a match.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean.
Want to get back to the picks? We'll get the Raw a little bit later. You want to get to the picks?
How do you
I got a pick.
What? Who you got?
I got a pick that everyone should be aware of. Besides Impact, which Pat talks about all the time, I've been watching, and shout out to, what was his? I'm looking it up. You talk for a second. Hold on.
The Rock daughter. She's at the PC Center. Simone Johnson. How do you feel about that? Do you think she can live up to her daddy? Probably not.
I don't know. I mean, if she puts in the work and she ends up like Charlotte, then
Well, she's 17 years old, so she has time.
She has time, and maybe may not be such a great thing that right now she is already in the developmental for WWE, that she hasn't had kind of that time to go around the world. Maybe she will at some point, because NXT is supposedly evolving into NXT UK, NXT Japan, NXT this, NXT that, different countries. So maybe she will at some point once they get that going. I don't know, man. I'm never going to count anybody out, especially at an early age. There's no point in that. I mean, I know I've seen people say, oh, it's The Rock's daughter. She's going to get pushed to the top just because, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, stop with that. Like, already, like, people do that so early, and it kills a girl at such a young age when all she's trying to do is work hard and become, hopefully, a wrestler. And Nia did that on her own. Charlotte's done that on her own. So, you know what? Tessa... I mean, the girls can do it. Just give them a chance. Don't poo-poo people, like, so early. I mean, I hate when people do that, because I've seen people doing it online, and I hate it.
Yeah, I think she's, I think she's going to be a homegrown WWE talent, just like her dad. But yeah, it's too early. Give her a chance. Now, you said something about traveling, being in other countries. Now, this thing is kind of pissed me the fuck off. I'm kind of like over it. I kind of look at it like how I look at CM Punk. Shawn Michaels in-ring return possibly could be untelevised in Saudi Arabia. As you can see, they're doing John Cena versus Triple H here. Now they're doing Triple H and Taker in Australia, correct?
Yeah.
And where were Cena in the match? Where were they at before? When they were Cena with Triple H, I can't think of it.
Saudi Arabia.
They were in Saudi Arabia before, so they're going back.
I'm pretty sure they have a couple deal. I think it's like 3 or 4 events.
Yeah, thought so.
I don't know though. I've read shit. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure.
Now people are saying that it's a possibility that he can be in a tag match or a singles match. How do you feel about Shawn Michaels? I don't give a fuck at this point. I guess you share that same sentiment.
I'll say this. You can do, I've said it before too, it's WWE. You can have matches where you don't need to be grappling and doing moves for half an hour, 20 minutes the whole time. You can have storyline build for 10 minutes throughout a match. Having said that, I think I made my stance pretty clear when I brought up The Undertaker doing this, so I can't go back on that and with this stance either. He's been gone for a while. To me, it doesn't really do anything. If he doesn't have a good match, I don't want Shawn to look bad because he's a legend. kind of the way that people looked at The Undertaker a couple years ago against Roman.
Right.
Even really the last 5 years, I hate to say it. I would hate to see that for Shawn because he's such a legend. He went out such a good way. If he were to come back, I would probably want him to come back tag teaming with Triple H in some form like that. I wouldn't want him to look, because Triple H we've seen can put on quality matches still, whether it's a storyline match or an actual match with one-on-one, like the storyline match against Kurt and Ronda at WrestleMania, or whether he's going against John Cena, which that wasn't terrible, but again, it's two guys who there's no storyline built into it, so it's just them wrestling. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anything special either. So for me, give me tag team. Preferably not at all, but tag team, I guess.
Because you don't want him to show his age if he's out there by himself.
What does it do? But what does it do? You know, like what? Just him being there will sell tickets for people. So him wrestling, I get people wanting to see it because I would love to see Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. They're on your wall right there. If you turn your head,
yep,
right above and below each other, you have Shawn Michaels right above AJ Styles, and then who's
great observation.
Then we have another one, Shawn Michaels, and then next to AJ Styles is Seth Rollins. There's another match I would like to see. Shawn Michaels versus Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins. And then you have a match of I'd love to see again, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. They're all right around Shawn Michaels on your wall if you look at that.
Ric Flair, Triple H, goats.
Yeah, all the goats on the wall. That's actually. So there you go. There's a couple that I would like to see if he would come back, but
that's why I don't.
But it's not going to be the same.
I don't want to see him come back for no tag team match. I rather you can't put on no bad match with AJ.
I'll say this. Yeah, I think he has said if he were to come back, it would be against someone like The Undertaker. For me, I don't want to see that at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I would rather see him go against someone like AJ because AJ, no matter who he's against, he wrestled James Ellsworth and it was an entertaining. You know what I mean? So him against Shawn, I have no doubt they would put on a good match. Same with Jericho. Jericho and Kenny, phenomenal. So for me, I'd rather see him work with someone like that over Undertaker, someone that can still go, someone that can at least make up for what he may lack now in his age, as opposed to someone that's not going to help with that at all, like The Undertaker. You know, that's going to not help in either of them, you know? So for me, if it's going to be anybody, I would like it to be someone like AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Chris Jericho, if it's going to be one-on-one.
Understood. You ready to get into the Hell in a Cell?
No. I got my pick.
Oh, what you got?
You pick. Those are all your picks over there. All right. So what do you think? There's been a lot of rumors swirling of WWE signing a couple big stars. They're interested in signing a few big stars right now. Big stars that were on All In, that are currently in Lucha Underground, that are currently on Impact. We've also seen them in AAA. You can also see them in MLW. Pentagon and Phoenix. What are your thoughts? Because that would be huge. I have thoughts about this though.
That would elevate the tag team division on Raw for sure, and then they could feud and break off.
Well, they're looking for NXT first. That's what they're looking for to sign them for.
NXT
yeah.
First? Oh, that's interesting to me.
At least the rumors I've read. There's been a lot though. It's not just like one source.
I would shoot them right to the main roster.
I would too. Do you want to know my personal thoughts?
Yeah.
If I was them two, I'd stay the hell away from WWE right now.
Yeah, and they kind of like deaded those rumors as well.
For me, what are they going to do in WWE right now?
Become Vince's version?
There's rumors that they want to pair them with Rey Mysterio in WWE, with Rey coming back, which is cool, but I just don't trust them to like use all that. Right? If they're going in a different direction like they have been recently, where if they're going to do factions again, not these 3-man shit, because I'm tired of that. Like if you have actual factions, I'd be okay with that. I just feel like there's so much more that they can do out. I'm going to rattle off places that Phoenix wrestles right now. Phoenix wrestles for MLW, AAA, Impact, Lucha Underground. That's just 4 places. I'd rather see him doing that.
No one's coming to WWE right now. Everybody knows that Impact is improving. He's a reason of that. Penta is on there doing his thing.
I believe they're the MLW Tag Team Champions together.
That too, and technically on television, he's still a Lucha Underground champion, correct?
The last episodes I've watched, I've only watched the first 4 episodes of this season. Yeah. I know that every episode that I've watched, they've made him defend it because they're trying to get it off of him. Yeah. But because he's the ultimate like face. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he still is as far as TV right now. Mm-hmm. I have to catch up a little bit. But because I've been watching MLW a little bit, which I'll get into a little bit. That's another one of my picks. But I just feel like I talked about maybe a month ago, they're just getting too many people.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with them. They need to learn how to build more of their own stars, because they have too much talent. They don't have enough creative to.
They don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, to make sure they can get over or do their particular thing. And everybody knows that. You know, it's booming on the indie scene. Even we were interviewing with Joey Ryan. Even his stick and the things that he likes to do. A lot of shit that Penta likes to do, the death matches and shit like that. That's a part of his, character and gimmick. He can't do in WWE. So it's kind of like, why would you go there? And I'm sure he's making a lot of money, and they're doing their thing.
I'll give you another sports analogy because I love my sports. All right, so you can have all the talent in the world. If you don't know what to do with that talent, you're not going to win in sports. You're not going to have ratings in wrestling. Look at what they had for All In, Bullet Club, Being the Elite, New Japan, Ring of Honor. Look at what they have. Do they have the most talented people besides Ring of Honor, besides Kenny and Okada? Do they have the most talented people? No. But they know how to use the guys that they have. Sure, they do have a lot of the most talented people. They have Ospreay, they have Tanahashi, they have Zack Sabre Jr. They have Marty. They do have a lot of the top talent, but they know how to fucking use it, man. You go and look. I'll give you an analogy from the Eagles because that's my team. The Eagles, I think in 2012, 11, 10, I forget what year it was. They signed Vince Young. They signed all these guys. Who else did they sign? Shit, I can't think of them right now, but we signed like all these defensive big name free agents, right? Ace, and they dubbed themselves the Dream Team before the fucking season even started, right? You know what they did? They didn't even make it to the playoffs that year because they had all the talent in the world. Oh, Jason Babin was one of them. All these guys, all the talent in the world, but they didn't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So you can have it, but unless you know how to use it, it don't mean shit.
Don't mean a goddamn thing.
So. Yeah, signing Penta and Phoenix, you're going to get people watching, but guess what? At the beginning, they're going to watch, but guess what? People did that when they got Finn. People did that when they got Joe, and guess what? The ratings dropped again. You'll get them for a couple weeks, but unless you sustain a long-term story with everybody, you're going to have those people tuning out week after week.
Which they cannot do. They cannot book long-term at this particular time. Did you have any more cave picks, or did you want to get in some of the questions of the people, some of the cavers?
I got one more because you keep hearing me say MLW, MLW, MLW. Yeah. If you don't know what MLW is Major League Wrestling.
Tell them again, Casey. Tell them again.
Major League Wrestling. So, I've watched matches here and there, highlights on YouTube, just matches. People will post, GIFs of this and that. So I've never actually watched the whole episode. So I think Anthony White in our group, which, again, this is why I encourage people to join the group, because we open eyes to other wrestling we don't watch and all this and that. And he opened up to me. I've opened up to other people. So I want to open up to you guys. I watched a couple episodes. I binged one night. I couldn't sleep. I was up at 3 a.m. So I watched 4 episodes. But they have a lot of top talent. They have Johnny Mundo, John Hennigan, he goes by. They have the Lucha Brothers. They have MJF, who you saw All In. He's their current champion, I believe. They have, ready for this, they have Homicide. This is a match I saw. Do you remember a guy that went by the Mountie? Remember the Mountie back in the day, the wrestler? Came out dressing up like one of the old Mounties from Canada. Mm-hmm. So he's still wrestling. What do you think about that? So his name is PCO, which I've heard PCO before. Did not know it was that guy. I believe it's Pierre Carl Oulet, I believe is his name. So I watched a match with him and Homicide. Do you remember Homicide from TNA?
I don't remember Homicide.
Okay. Well, he was in the original LAX. This dude's like got to be 40 years old, PCO, and this guy is insane, dude. Go fucking watch his shit. PCO. Everybody go watch him. I know a lot of people are going to be like, of course, he's been around. Oh, you know those people.
But that makes it even harder if you fucking been around forever. And,
yeah. I know people are going to be like, oh, of course he's been around. You haven't been watching. No, dude, there's so much shit. I've been on Lucha shit. I've been on...
Yeah, it's almost impossible to catch up.
Yeah, it's impossible to keep on everything. But I'm giving shout out.
It's like 2 nights that I got to go back.
But I will tell you, go watch his shit. Their shit is all available in 2 different ways. So they upload all their weekly episodes onto YouTube, which is how I've been watching it. Less than an hour, so it's like watching NXT. If you like NXT, you can keep along with it. Watch 1 episode a week, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. They're also on a channel which you all probably have, and you all probably don't even know that you have, called Be In Sports, BEIN. So Friday, I believe we're gonna release this Friday, right? This podcast.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, morning. So tonight, Friday night, the 12th. They will be airing their War Games. Yes, you heard me right, Ace. War Games match. I know in this match, it will be 2 particular teams. One is headed by Sami Callihan, and the other one, I believe, is Shane Strickland. Good call. Yeah, I've been holding on to that. So you ready for these teams here? Mm-hmm. So we have the Death Machines of Leon Scott and Fulton, who was the original member of Sanity, if you guys remember, Sawyer Fulton. So this is all going to be on Sami Callihan's team. So he's got Sami Callihan, the Death Machines, who I just said, Jimmy Havoc, who, again, if nobody's seen these particular wrestlers, him and Jimmy Havoc and Sami Callihan just had a match where they did like death by paper cuts, which was fucking awesome. On a UK show with Impact. And then rounding out his team, Callahan's team will be Abyss. So it's Callahan, Abyss, Jimmy Havoc, and the Death Machines against John Hennigan, Shane Strickland, Cotto Brazil, Barrington Hughes. Both of those guys are awesome if you don't know who they are. And Tommy fucking Dreamer, bro. So this is going to be a War Games match. And it's 1-on-1, and then one guy comes in, then one guy comes in. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to watch that.
I'm glad that you shared that information with me. So now I have something else to add on to the shit I have to watch on New Japan.
Well, there's never any wrestling on the weekend, so I'm trying to tell you guys, Friday nights, MLW.
What he's trying to say is you can get fucking lit in the
Thursday nights, Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, it starts it off. Thursday starts it off. Actually, Wednesday starts it off. NXT starts it off. Thursday is Impact. Then you got all this other shit that's coming
MLW Friday.
MLW Friday.
Triple A's out there too. Triple A is crazy sometimes though, bro. I love Lucha Libre Wrestling, so unless you like Lucha Libre Wrestling, unless you're open to a completely different style and history, they have a lot of different shit they do. Unless you're open to it, I mean Triple A and Lucha Underground, that's my shit.
That's my shit. That's the shit I kicks.
Yeah, if there's one like besides Ring of Honor, Wrestle Kingdom, whatever their big shows are every year, Bound for Glory, Slammiversary. If there's one like big show besides those ones you should watch every year, it's Triple Mania, because that show is always fucking awesome. I think last year, what's his name, Dr. Wagner Jr. got unmasked. There was a girl that got unmasked. No, girl got her head shaved. It was hair versus mask this year. They did mask versus mask last year. Dude, that shit's crazy. I want to get into CMLL more though. Have you watched any of that?
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's where Andrade was at. That's where the Los Ingobernables originally started. That's where Naito went down there and met up with Andrade, and they all started that shit when he was La Sombra.
No, that's fire.
That's the only thing I haven't really gotten into or gotten to see any matches really of. Only like clips here and there of YouTube when I'm like, oh, people say, check this out, check this out. So I'll go watch them. But as far as the whole show, I know they have their, I want to say 50th or 70th anniversary show. No, 70th is NWA. They have their 70th anniversary show. I believe where it's Aldis and Cody rematch, right?
Yep.
Again, so much more shit.
Yeah.
But no, they have their CMLL has a 50th anniversary show coming up.
That's awesome.
Talk about that New Japan NWA shit, man.
I mean, the only thing that I've been seeing, that I've been following, is obviously the Cody and all this thing.
The 10 pounds of glory.
The 10 pounds of the gold.
10 pounds of gold. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I got Bound for Glory on my mind. October 14th. Everybody better fucking come and watch.
High society, ladies and gentlemen. No, I mean those series that made it so real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I dig the NWA boxing feel, the way in the camera following them from behind, walking out to,
See this? You see this shit I'm eating?
What is he eating? My glasses on. Protein.
I got a whole different diet. You see this shit I'm drinking now?
Protein.
You see the shit I used to be eating in here?
Yeah, I gotta get on my shit with you, bro.
You seen that shit I used to be? I used to eat like Doritos,
We're gonna do it together.
like fucking Tasty Cake.
That was the motivation I needed to do. But the 10 pounds gold, the series, I just love how real it feels, and I'm excited for part 2. I never thought that I would care so much about this brand, but I actually do. And
I believe they just put. Oh, you mean the second match?
Well, just in general, like just following the NWA, because when we started the podcast, we just covered WWE, simple shit, and just to see where we are today.
We literally only covered WWE when we started this, but like I always watched other stuff. Like I always watched Ring of Honor. More or less, I went to a lot of Ring of Honor live shows.
Right.
I would like to start watching their weekly shows, but we've talked about 7 different promotions since we've sat down here.
Yeah.
So as you know, there's only 7 days in a week. I don't think I can follow everybody. Like I even started. Sorry. I even started trying to watch World of Sport, which was WWE, like why WWE started the WWE UK division. It's okay. Wade Barrett's their general manager type. Their first night, Grado, who I love Grado. He was their world champ. I know Joe Hendry's there. They got a couple different guys that are good. Will Ospreay was there the first couple times I watched. Just couldn't get into it. It's nothing against the UK guys because I love Progress. I don't know. I didn't like it. And not that I didn't like it. There's other shows I like more. Other promotions I like more. I'll say that. Because the in-ring product is good. I just can't watch so much shit, man.
Yeah, I want to be able to, but we watch the shit that's important. We cover the things that we absolutely need to touch down on, and we're trying to be more open as well. If you guys want to be our eyes and ears, you know what I'm saying, please, hit us up. Let us know how you feel, your thoughts. We can go over it, you know what I'm saying? We can work together.
Well, that's what I always like. That's why I tell people, like, please follow us on Twitter, because I know I post a lot of shit that I don't post in the Facebook group. Like I post shit about Progress and AAA and MLW. Like I talk about a lot of other promotions on the Twitter because I know a lot of people in our Facebook group don't follow a lot of those other promotions, but I like to bring it up every now and then when we do these one-on-one shows with me and you, because we can break it down to everybody. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the most knowledgeable person about wrestling, because my whole life I basically just watched WWE, WWF, ECW, and WCW.
But it's the fact that the matter is that you always open your eyes to a different product. You always look to the future. You know that things are evolving. You know that these.
It's just because I'm a legitimate fan of wrestling,
and it doesn't even matter. We're just in a position where we can just share our views with the people, and that's all it really is. I think that's why it's working. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hope people like it.
Right, but you're well respected enough to where it's like, if Casey tells me to check this out, I'm gonna go check this out. It's certain people like in the group, it's the same way. Like
Well, I don't like to bullshit with people because I don't like when my time is wasted, so I don't want to waste other people's time. You know what I mean? So like if WWE is good and it's just I think it's the way people are looking at it, then maybe you should just look at yourself and be like, hey, okay, maybe I don't like this style of wrestling. So that's why, like, if you like the British style, if you like what you see on NXT, they have with the British strong style boys with Peter Dunne and Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, you can go watch now the NXT UK show. You can watch, like I just said, they have Progress, which has phenomenal talent. I'm telling you guys, Progress has phenomenal talent. And now I'm telling you the World of Sport, which has phenomenal talent. Again, so if you like that style, go watch that. If you like Lucha Libre, like I've been telling you, AAA, CMLL,
Watch
Lucha
WWE.
Underground.
Watch WWE for storyline purposes, because that's what it's really about. They're only blowing off feuds at these pay-per-views. Now, speaking of that, are you ready to get into
Yeah, we're done with the picks now.
We're done with the picks, and then we got some cavers, got some questions. I mean, you want to answer some questions before we get in this pay-per-view, or you want to start the?
Let's answer some questions because I don't want to forget them.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want me to pull them up? I got them.
Yep.
I got them right here.
Some questions from the cavers. You know what I'm saying?
All right, everybody. So basically, again, this is more reasons for you to follow us on Facebook group, Wrestle Cave Podcast. Go on our Twitter, Wrestle_Cave, because we tweet out stuff like this where you can ask us questions and you can get on our show.
Ask us the questions. We're going to answer them right now. What we got?
All right, so first question from Osama Khan. He says something related to Matt. This is how the question's asked sometimes. Something related to Matt Riddle. Like, who's he feuding with at the next takeover? Well, glad you said that, because if you watched NXT last night, it seems like Cassius Ohno. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
So Cassius Ohno comes in Regal's office saying, "No, you never asked me about who attacked Black, this and that. You don't give me these high-profile matches. I was at one point your highest signing. Like, all right." He's like, "I want your next shiny new toy." And then he said, "Bro," at the end. So obviously that was in reference to Matt Riddle. Cassius Ohno, Matt Riddle, sign me up, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone that has had a match with Cassius at a takeover, it's been great. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Yeah, he needs to debut at a takeover. Keith Lee just debuted on a normal episode. I think Matt should definitely be at a takeover.
yeah, Brandy Wagner, who follows us on Twitter and on Facebook, she said she would like to see him face someone like Adam Cole or Ricochet. Absolutely.
Wow.
But she said, if I can cherry pick from anywhere in WWE, I would love to see him work with Hideo Itami and Finn Balor.
Oh, that's interesting.
I would like to see that as well. Our next question from John Wimbush. I will see John. John, we will better see you on the 30th at Chickies and Pete's.
Yeah, not this week, the 30th.
Not this week, that Ace keeps saying. The 30th. We will have... I'll probably wear this nice shirt you guys can see. I'll tweet it out, put it on Facebook tonight.
Yeah.
But basically, what are your thoughts on Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix going to WWE? We just kind of talked about that, but basically, like I'm saying, I think they should stay where they're at. If anything, I think they should look into signing a long-term deal somewhere. Maybe not long-term, but maybe a two-year deal. Sort of Cody Bucks way, where they went with New Japan or Ring of Honor. Maybe I'd like to see them do something there, maybe with Impact. Stay there, because they're building something good there. I'd like to see that maybe. Just maybe not right now. Not right now in WWE. Until you see that they're going to actually do something with these guys that they keep bringing in.
I agree.
And then he also said, not really a question, but more so if you have seen the Gresham versus Jay Lethal 30-minute Iron Man match. Have not, but heard good things. Want to see it. Jonathan Gresham is a phenomenal talent that people don't know a lot about. Again, he wrestles all over the place. I just missed him. I just missed seeing him at Progress. AR Fox took his spot in the tag team match. But he's awesome, Jonathan Gresham. I have gotten the privilege of seeing him a few times with Ring of Honor. I can't wait to see that, especially in a 30-minute Iron Man.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I haven't got a chance to watch it.
Yasmin, our girl, with a great question. Yasmin Jones.
What up?
Who do you think attacked Aleister Black? Before you answer, Osama
I don't fucking know.
said Rikishi. He did it for The Rock. I say it was Vince McMahon. It was him all along. It was the higher power, Vince McMahon.
That's a good fucking question. Shit.
We're starting the feud on NXT. Vince McMahon and Aleister Black.
What if it's Keith Lee?
Huh?
So what if it's Keith Lee?
It could be. It's got to be someone we're not thinking of.
Yeah. Can't be anyone obvious. If it's Johnny, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Could be Johnny. It's there's so many people that it could be though.
Yeah.
Because it could be Velveteen.
It could be Tucky.
It could be Tucky. I hate that dude, man. I love Otis, but because look, here's all the people that you can run down. Adam Cole, because obviously they've had a bunch of run-ins with each other. Johnny Gargano, because obviously he wanted that one-on-one match to get that title. Lars Sullivan, because Alistair broke his jaw, supposedly. Velveteen, because they obviously have a little bit of a backstory. Tucky.
No. No.
And then there's a couple people like EC3, Cassius Ono, the way they're talking, you know. And then people that you're, like you said, Keith Lee, who nobody's thinking about. Is there anybody else in there that you would throw in there? Shayna Baszler?
Shit. What if it's Tyler Breeze?
Tyler Breeze? She's coming for that #1 spot. I don't know, man. It's interesting.
It's fun.
Is there anyone on the main? Give me a kayfabe reason. Anyone pick someone on the main roster and give me a kayfabe reason that they would attack Aleister Black.
Taker.
All right, and why?
Because he's the only dead soul. He's the only one. It seems like to me Aleister Black is like the devil. If you pay attention to his Instagram, it's very dark. You know what I'm saying? He posts a lot of demons. He has a demon tat on his back. He's some type of like entity, like some type of thing. And I feel like the only entity, the #1 entity, the greatest entity is the Undertaker. And sometimes I have to, come down here and check some of you motherfuckers and let you know what it is. Just like you can appear, I can appear wherever as well. I mean, or Bray Wyatt.
You ready for this? Jericho. Jericho's everywhere, bro. He came. He was at All In. He just, he was backstage. He was in Florida at a Fozzy show, Palm Springs, whatever, somewhere in Florida. He was like, you know what? Eventually, I want one of my kids to go to Full Sail. Let me go take a tour. And, he's creeping around the production trucks. He's like, oh, this is where NXT is, right? And he goes, I hear that everybody's talking about this guy, Aleister Black. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, is that Aleister? Boom, 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 boom. Jericho did it.
I can't even say no.
Yo, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. It's everything that happens now. Jericho, he's the vigilante. Oh, shit. That was hilarious.
Do me a favor real quick. Pull up the Super Showdown card real quick for me, okay?
In the meantime, how do you feel about Ciampa's music?
I like it.
I like it a lot.
A lot of people are bitching. Wow. I'm like, come on, man. He's a wrestler. He can't have that forever. He's going up to Maine.
That's
he needs some music. I like it. The screaming at the beginning. Does it say like, this is my moment or something?
Supercard Showdown, right?
Yes. Pick that up because Yasmin again. Ooh. Excuse me. All this, like, this new diet, man, I'm telling you, it's like crazy. I just keep like burping all the time and like very low sugar, low carb.
So what is the question? I got it up.
Okay, so the question is from Yasmin. I love how you ignore my diet.
Oh, you're burping?
Dietary needs.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
You got to go through it.
I'm training to get in the ring, bro.
I'm proud of you.
I'm training to get in the ring. The High Society. We're going to be a tag team. They
I'm
think we're kidding when we say we're a tag team.
I know.
I'm trying to get... You got a medium on, bro. I got an XL. I got to slim down.
I got to slim down in this medium.
You got a schmedium on.
Yeah, I got a schmedium.
Looks good, though. Christian, I've heard Christian he always says this. He goes, if you're ever... Christian, obviously the wrestler... he always says, like, if you're ever like not in shape, you just put a shirt on that's a size too small. It makes you look like you're huge.
Yeah.
That's what Christian said. He always used to put a small on.
Definitely look like I'm like I'm buffed up.
Yeah, at least in the arms you're good.
Yeah.
As long as you're not too fat, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yeah, back to what I don't know if people like the High Society.
Let us know. They love it. Worldwide. All right. So
Yasmin, thoughts on the Super Showdown card. Hit me with a couple matches, please.
Cedric versus Bobby Murphy.
Buddy Murphy?
Buddy Murphy.
Bobby Murphy?
Bobby Murphy.
Bobby Murphy, baby. No, I like that. I love Buddy. You know that.
Me too.
And they seem to put on better matches.
I want to take the title. I'm ready.
Ooh, Buddy?
Yes, I'm ready for it.
It's coming, but before the end of the year, Cedric will drop that title.
I hope so.
So I'm down with that match. I like that. Wait, someone commented like when I brought up. First of all, okay, I'll get into this since we're talking about Super Showdown. I posted in the group about the Triple H Undertaker thing. Some people agree with me, some people did not. About how I don't want to see the Undertaker on this show anymore. I totally 100% understand that it's to sell tickets. I totally understand that it's to get people to watch. But until my buddy Scott, I don't know if you saw this, Scott. So I met Scott a couple years ago, not at this previous Royal Rumble that was in Philadelphia, but the one about 5-6 years ago. He's originally from Australia, lives in Canada. He came to Philly, so shout out to him and Adam. I know he is in the group and talks about a lot of shit. But anyway, he gave me a little bit of a different perspective being from Australia, that they don't get, the last show that was in Australia from WWE, they said like a main show, live show was 2002. Like a televised show. Okay. So they haven't gotten to see any of these superstars. So for them, they want to see Triple H. They want to see The Undertaker. They want to see John Cena, because when's the next or last time they've gotten to see these guys, you know? So I understand that. Scott also said, having said that, he doesn't want to see it either. But so that particular match, not interested in for me. I don't care who they bring back from the dead for that match to hype it up. I'm not interested.
I don't give a fuck either.
I'm actually way more interested in a lot of the other matches than that one.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at the card because I never really paid attention that much because they got 3 fucking pay-per-views booked back to back to back. So it's kind of hard to really care too much. But I'm looking at the card right now. Cedric versus Buddy.
Yep.
That's going to be crazy. I hope Buddy takes the title.
Joe versus AJ, right?
Joe versus AJ again.
Charlotte Becky.
I
think that's on there again.
I don't see that.
Oh, okay. I made that up.
I see Ronda and the Bella Twins versus the Riot Squad.
Yep.
The Shield versus Braun, Dolph, and Drew. I'm here for that. Daniel versus Miz.
Number one contender.
I'm here for that. Obviously AJ, Samoa Joe. It's not a bad card at all.
What's the tag team?
The Cena and Bobby versus Elias and Kevin Owens.
No, the actual tag team match.
The actual tag team match?
Yeah.
Which one? There's a few tag team matches.
The tag team championship match, isn't there? The SmackDown? Isn't it like the bar?
I'm looking for the information right now. The latest one that I've seen that they posted. These were the only matches that I've seen. Let me see if it's another one.
There was one on Wikipedia I saw.
Yeah, I gotta see.
There's a lot more because I guess in Australia they probably advertise all the matches probably.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull up the actual full.
You want me to ask another question while you pull it up?
Yeah.
Because this one's a goodie, and it's from one of our good friends, Brad Owen, who has his own podcast as well that you should also check out. What's it called now? Wrestle Zen? Wrestle Zen. Formerly Two Guys, a Girl in a Wrestling Ring, but it's now called Wrestle Zen, and it is awesome. You should check him out and his podcast. Also, Brad, you better get your ass up here to Philly, or we will get our asses down there to Florida so we can team up and do a couple shows together. Right, Ace? I'm looking at you.
Okay, yeah. So hold on, back to the supercard.
Okay.
Charlotte versus Becky.
Told you.
Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics. The New Day versus Cesaro and the Bar. Yeah, they were the only ones I was missing. Yeah.
So overall, not too bad.
It's a good card.
All right. So the question from Brad. If you could, this is a good one. Ready for this? You need to put your phone down and listen.
Yeah.
Brad Owen asks, if you could go back and remove any wrestler who changed the business, who would it be and why? And he said, I'd prefer not everyone say Hogan. I'm gonna do a woman and a male. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she changed the business, but for me, she was annoying as shit, and I could have done with her without her ever being in WWE. Eva Marie. So I can go back and get rid of her. I would get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody coming to mind for you at all right now?
I'll take, the John Cameron.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh yeah, Ariane Cameron, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking idiot. I'm not gonna say what she said, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
She can go. So
Okay. Ooh, you ready for this one? Okay.
What now you got?
Russo.
For real?
Because he did some dumb shit.
He did.
Overall, not like as a person, I don't care either way. But just for the sake of this question, Judy Bagwell on a pole.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see.
Just for that.
I see you go there.
Get out of here.
I see you go there.
Because he just came up with so much dumb. Like he came up with a lot of good stuff as well. But he just did so much in WCW towards the end and WWE, and
he fucked it up.
he did a lot with both companies. Where it's like, and the shit he says for me, I'm just like, I could do without him.
Alright, so
Not to say he didn't do a lot, but
Brad said I can't say Terry, right? Sorry, I can't say Terry.
you cannot say Terry.
All right, fuck Terry. Do it out. That you might change the business. For Mel. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm trying to think like right now. That impacted the business that we could do without, that we just didn't give a fuck.
Well, you keep thinking. While you're thinking, I want to tell everybody, if you want to ask any questions like this, please join our Facebook group, Wrestle Cave Podcast, or go on Twitter, follow us on there at Wrestle_Cave. Ace, anything.
Do you have anyone? You have anybody else?
Any other people?
Is it just wrestlers, or it can be anybody? Okay, I'll say.
Well, his question was wrestler, and I didn't give a wrestler, so maybe mine was wrong.
Let me give you. I'll say.
You don't even know.
No, what is the guy name that works back there with Vince? It just was Kevin.
Sullivan?
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn? Nah, you don't like him?
Nah.
Nah.
He can go.
Okay. No wrestlers though.
Wrestlers, I'm trying to think.
I didn't give a wrestler either. I gave
I'm
it
trying
back.
to think of someone that impact the business like that I can do without. That I could do without. Maybe the Ultimate Warrior.
I got one. Okay, that's a good one.
I just didn't think he really. I mean,
I got one for you, JBL.
Oh yeah, I can do.
I
can do without JBL.
Never did anything for me, man.
Fucking jerk. Ultimate Warrior.
I could do without him.
He wasn't nothing like his character. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was a piece of shit in real life.
Yep.
He didn't really do anything in the ring that.
Oh, the Warrior Award.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I really don't give a fuck about him.
That shit's so hypocritical.
I mean, but rest in peace. I hate talking about the dead, but I can do without him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't want to shit on it. Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm sorry. Like, I didn't feel him like that. Some people, that's probably unpopular. I know people love that shit. They love it. I don't give a fuck about that shit, and I'm not trying to shit on it. When you don't feel for something, you just don't feel for it. So, do we have any more questions? Or I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we got a couple more. So Dante Michael Quick, he would like to know, what can Raw do to make a better product for the people, and when will they get it right? Well, I think they've been on the right path recently. What do you think, Ace?
I think they're watching. I think they know what's going on. So I think Raw is going to get interesting. It's getting a little bit more interesting. You gotta think. I think we expect too much out of Raw. I mean, personally, if you watch the other shit that's out there, you kind of see like, all right, it's a difference between that and this, and there's no need to compare. Just view it for what it is. It's just it's a storyline. It's a fucking soap opera at the end of the day, and it's going to pay off at the pay-per-view. So I feel as though the storylines have been better. I like the unpredictability of the shows. I like backstage segments. I like motherfuckers in the crowd like Becky was. Yeah, like I like that type of shit. So It's not always. If you can nitpick about a lot of shit, but I mean, it's been a little bit better for me.
I think, like I talked about, I think there's a little bit more of a direction now. I feel like putting the tag team titles on those guys, it definitely helps. I think you can tell that they're trying to do something with the way they're integrating the 205 Live guys into Raw. SmackDown's always been all right. They got so many storylines interweaved with one another where it's Zelina and Andrade intermixed with the whole Miz Daniel Bryan, Miz Maurice thing every week, which I love.
R-Truth and Carmella.
Hey, yeah, that too. That's a whole all four of them.
I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like they don't have any of that shit on Raw.
Give them a chance.
You got Samoa Joe, AJ. I mean, that whole everything that Samoa Joe's doing right now is awesome.
Yeah, I can't disagree anymore.
Well, here's the thing. His question was about Raw, so I just keep bringing up SmackDown stuff.
It's kind of hard.
So here's what I'll say: if Raw can just keep it simple like SmackDown is, give me storylines that aren't too involved. And give me wrestlers that I want to see, and then I'll be happy.
Yep.
Right.
And they're doing that.
And mainly in ring give me in ring stuff too. Because if you look, usually on SmackDown they'll give you 3 quality matches, and then they'll have whatever else mixed in. Which for 2 hours, 3 quality matches, that's fine. And then you have like maybe 1 or 2 shorter matches. So for me, keep it simple. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to have people be something that they're not, a la Kevin Owens, a la, let me see who else I want to say. Bobby Roode, yep. Still kind of doing something he's not right now, even though they're trying something different. I'll give him credit. 2 very talented guys that I just don't think it's the right position for, but I'll give him credit.
Probably gonna turn heel.
I hope so. But I'll just put the people you have in the right spots to succeed, and you'll be surprised at what can happen.
Yeah,
that's what I'll say.
Yeah, and continue watching the product out there, so y'all can keep feeling like y'all have to turn it up a little bit, because like you said, Casey, since All In, it's been turned up a little bit. So,
yeah. I'm about to ask another question if I can. Okay. So Dante has another question. Okay. So the feud between Dolph, Drew, and Braun against The Shield. What are your thoughts on it, and what changes should they make to improve it?
I like it. I don't know what they have to do to improve it. You take the hottest tag team and one of the hottest singles wrestlers going for the title, and you link them together because he wants to get even because of the Shield coming back to protect the title for Roman, which is their job. That's what they always did, to protect the champion. So to get Roman to actually get the title back on television, to get the Shield to protect the title, and to get all that going on versus one of the hottest superstars in Braun, and then you take a career that has been stepped up. He's been Intercontinental Champion, now he's a Tag Team Champion. You take Dolph Ziggler, and you take the Muscle, fucking Drew McIntyre. I mean, why not have that face off? Why not have that be the main thing? I feel like it's something fresh, it's something new. We never seen it before. I feel like they're doing a good job at it. I can shit on WWE for a couple things. I can nitpick for a couple things, but that right there is one of the things that I feel like they're actually doing right. So I don't really know what to say to make it better. Casey, do you?
I feel like they've been doing a good job actually right now. I feel like although it's been a quick build to it, I feel like this is the right direction. I feel like putting Braun with 2 other guys makes it more believable for me, because I'm not going to believe Braun beating all 3 of those guys. I'm just not.
Especially when they're number 1 as far as the factions of all time. So a monster can't beat them by itself, right?
Yeah.
So why not?
That's according to WWE.
Yeah.
Just a little. We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the way WWE builds up the Shield, they're the number one faction of all time according to them. So you are going to tell me that a guy that, yes, he's a monster, but he's going to beat all three of them, and it's going to be believable. But you guys are going to bitch if he beats all three of them. So either way, you're going to bitch. But I am glad they put them with the tag team champions now.
Fact.
I think it's way more interesting for me because now Drew is in that spotlight that everybody wants him to be in too.
Absolutely.
Dolph, way
He's
more
killing
interesting than he's been ever in like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Pretty much since he's had the Money in the Bank and he was with Big E and AJ.
Yep.
I don't, outside of them just ruining this whole thing, I think they're on a good path.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to see what they do at Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Because adding McFoley in scares me to that, but I think it's okay.
Why are they in a cell and AJ and Samoa Joe is not? When he made it extra personal talking about this man's family and his wife, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said why?
I'm reacting to people on the Twitter.
Why is Roman and Braun in a cell when Braun just said, "I'm just going to challenge you face to face. I'm going to challenge you in a Hell in a Cell." It was really like no real animosity there. We already seen what y'all did in the past. This is another chapter in y'all rivalry. This is not something that we've seen for the first time. Maybe for the actual belt, but y'all both had y'all own title shots. But my thing is, why is AJ and Samoa Joe not in the fucking cell after it was made so personal? AJ got disqualified because he brought his family into it. This is like probably the most heated on paper. It's supposed to be the most heated rivalry, and they're not in the fucking Hell in a Cell. It's kind of crazy.
Breaking news on tonight's Impact, which is on right now. So it won't be a spoiler by the time this comes out if everybody watches it. So you better watch Impact like I've been telling you all along, and this won't be a spoiler. But so they already announced the main event will be Austin Aries against Johnny Impact for the Impact Championship. The next match that they have just booked tonight on the episode, we have OVE, which is the Chris brothers and Sami Callihan. They challenged Brian Cage, Pentagon, and Phoenix, and they accepted. So we will have OVE versus Brian Cage, Pentagon, and fucking Phoenix, and I'm going to be there, and I know Pat will be so excited. I'm sure he's at home watching it right now.
Shout out to Pat.
Pat's so excited for this. I know, he bought these tickets as soon as they went on, like, pre-sale, I think. He's so fucking hyped. I am, too.
It's lit.
I totally, like, broke up your shit.
No worries, bro. We're high society.
I got excited about that because, like, I'm really excited to go for Bound for Glory.
Why do you think that AJ hasn't, or AJ and
Why is that
Samoa-
not in the cell?
Yeah, not in the cell.
I don't know.
That's just kind of crazy.
Well, there's a couple reasons why. I think Jeff wants that Hell in a Cell match, so he's getting it.
Right.
Roman,
No real story there.
there is only for the reason that they did those couple of when the Shield ran in a couple of times when he tried to cash in.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's about the only storyline. The only reason it makes sense for that is to keep them out. But we all know what's going to happen. They're somehow going to break the fuck out of that.
Yeah. You got a spear off the top of the cage?
Yeah, seriously, that'd be crazy. No, I think Swanton off the top, and Jeff's gonna die.
He's definitely going to die.
Yeah. If you're asking me between the two, if Roman and Braun or Joe and AJ, it makes more sense to have Joe and AJ. But it also makes sense for Roman and Braun because if you look back to last year, the Last Man Standing, the ambulance matches, the TLC match, like all the matches that they had with each other, this makes sense for them too. Going back to their whole feud with each other. So
Yeah.
I probably would rather see AJ and Joe because of how personal that's been.
Yeah. But yeah, Roman and Braun gonna try to kill each other in there, for sure.
You ready for another question?
Yeah.
Joseph Green. Shout out to Joseph Green. Very, very involved in our Facebook group. Always posting up some good discussions for everybody to talk about. Shout out to you. Another good question here. With All In selling out, this is kind of what we talked about earlier, but a little bit different. So with All In selling out and becoming a success overall, Bound for Glory 2018 officially selling out and expected to be the same. And with the G1 Supercard in April sold out and expected to be huge, say you're Vince and everybody at WWE, should panic mode be in effect?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
There's a couple reasons why. How much money did they get from Fox?
Like 200. 200 billion.
I think theirs was 400.
Like something like that.
And
I know they're grossing like.
Then USA gave them a shit ton of money too.
USA, that Fox, the Saudi Arabia deal, they're grossing like 500 billion or some shit. Like
Here's the only thing I'll say. They have the like I said before, they have the talent. All they have to do is use it, and they'll be fine.
Perfectly fine, and they're going to. If they see the competition is going to make WWE better in my eyes. I already see it.
I've already seen it on Raw for sure. Because SmackDown's been okay for a long time.
Yeah.
I just think they have the money, so from that standpoint, they're fine. If anything, they're going to be in more households now with SmackDown. Their better show being on Fox. As long as they don't change how they do SmackDown, they'll be fine. They're gonna be fine.
And here's another thing: it's no secret now that NXT is better than the main roster. I've heard Seth Rollins. I heard a lot of superstars on the main rosters have to answer these questions when they ask in these fucking interviews. Yeah. So I kind of feel as though that they know what's up. Even with Drew saying the shit that he said, and the tweets that he's made, they're taking accountability for NXT being better. And I think they're going to be better, and they're trying to do that.
Well, that's the interesting thing is like people are always looking at like, oh, Ring of Honor, New Japan, all this being better. They have a brand in their own damn company that's outperforming them right now.
Yeah.
So forget all these other ones that are outshining them and selling out. They have a company, or they have a brand in their own company doing better than them right now.
Exactly. So I think it's going to be for the better. Me personally.
Yeah, if they just take a little bit of the model, what they're doing on SmackDown, what they're doing on NXT, mix it all together on Raw, it'd be all right. Mm-hmm. I don't think they should be panicked at all.
No.
And I don't think they are either.
They got too much money.
All right. Last question from Patrice Archer. Your thoughts on the rumors that Vince is going to meet with the MSG officials to get the venue for Mania access? I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either.
Here's the reason why. They already sold that out.
Sold the fuck out.
They already sold that out.
It's over.
What the fuck? What are you going to do?
Can't do shit, man.
You going to refund $20,000 20,000 people all their money?
Yeah. No,
sorry, it's already done.
Vince is over.
It's done.
It's over, Vince. You can't do what you want to do.
I'm sorry. Like, you fucked it up.
You don't even worry about that. Have it at the Barclays Center.
Here's the thing. You don't use that venue at all.
Yeah.
So MSG's going to be like, no, they want to use it.
Have it at the Barclays.
I'm making money off this.
Why don't they have it?
Guess what? They're going to make more money off that, too, anyway, so.
Right. I would say the Barclays. Have it there if it's available.
That's their home, quote
have
unquote.
Everything.
Here's the other thing. It don't matter where the hell in New York they have it because the damn actual show is in New Jersey, just for all you people that want to actually get all technical.
Yeah, and try dealing
So
with
have
that.
it in Jersey.
Definitely have it in Jersey.
Yeah. Have the access in Jersey, you know, right near it.
Yeah, it'd make more sense.
So if I want to go to Access and then go to WrestleMania, I don't have to go over a bridge.
Yeah, and have to go in the city and actually go damn near an hour in the city to Brooklyn. Brooklyn ain't quick to get to. Like,
where's Takeover? Is that in Brooklyn?
It is in Brooklyn. So you gotta get on like 2 trains, and you know what I mean, once you get downtown in Manhattan. But if you're driving, like it's gonna.
I mean, I got a place to stay in Jersey. I just don't know how I'm gonna go, or if I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what they're gonna do about that, but they should have it close to the actual arena because that's the best way to do it. You get more people to do that because Uber is gonna be killing them all fucking weekend. Uber killed me when I was in fucking Chicago, at All In.
Dude, those surges are crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then in Chicago, so fucking spaced out.
That's why I drove there.
Yeah, I was thinking about renting a car, but it was the same amount, and then you had to do all this extra.
Next time when we go together, we can drive. It's so much. I told you, if you had me with you, it would have been cheaper.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Next time we'll go together.
Toronto, figure out Toronto.
Pat,
let's do it.
That's Pat's place.
You have a passport?
Me?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We gotta get that together. All right, you ready? You ready?
But Pat, no. What I'm saying is that's Pat's like Pat loves Canada, like Toronto.
I can't wait to get out there.
Yeah. So.
It's lit. All right, you ready to get into this? Hell in a Cell card.
Wait, hold on a second.
We're never gonna get to this card.
I don't want to. Personally.
You don't give a fuck about
I'm having too much fun.
You don't
right
give a
now.
fuck about this prediction. I'm definitely having fun and shit.
All right, so some people were giving me shit. Well, giving you shit.
Yeah.
About how you don't know shit about people about like you did so bad in that trivia game last week.
Right. Oh yeah, right.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions.
Oh no, I'm not. No, fuck that.
I got like no, they're not bad. They're not bad.
I'm fucking horrible at answering questions on the spot.
All right.
You ever been like a good test taker when you weren't under pressure? And you fucking
All right. These are only. I had these like name. Remember the real name, fake name thing we did?
Yeah.
All right. Think about these, right? These are funny. So I'm gonna give you an easy one to start. Are you ready with this?
No.
Hopefully this is easy for you anyway.
I'm not ready for this.
Lance Evers. What's his wrestling name? Lance Evers. I wear his shirt here sometimes. Lance Evers. Who's the most famous wrestler named Lance that you know?
Name Lance? Like wrestling name?
Yes.
Why do you do this to me?
Here's another one. Ready? It's Lance Storm, by the way.
I was thinking Lance Storm.
Then say it.
I'm tired of looking like an idiot.
All right.
Because you keep putting me on the spot.
Paige.
Paige.
No. Paige Falkingberg Jr. is his name. Paige. He's retired, but we saw him at All In.
DDP.
There you go.
Ah, fuck y'all for hating on me.
Barbara Blank. Isn't she over on the wall?
Is she?
Yeah, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Is that her on the wall?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right. I'll save the rest of these for people.
Yes, please do, man. Stop doing that shit, Casey.
You hate being on the trivia show.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Well, I think I need to get Joe in here because Mike challenged him, didn't he?
Yeah, it's coming soon.
So, because I got a real good, this cat is back. He's annoying the shit out of me.
Pete's fucking done.
It's not a podcast unless Pete show up.
Yeah, for sure. Don't see him all day, and he comes down here. But Casey, we're getting into this Hell in a Cell shit because we're getting this shit out of the way, man.
Alright, fine.
Jeez Louise. So we talked about Roman and Braun. Who you got winning this shit?
Oh man, I would like to see Braun win, not because I like Braun, but because I would like to see after having a champion hold the belt for over a year and a half. I would like to see it bounce around a little bit between a couple guys. So I would like to pick Braun, but I'm going to pick Roman.
I'll pick Roman as well.
Okay.
AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
Hold on. We want to go head to head here? I'm writing these down. We're going to go head to head.
Oh, okay.
That way I can, again, everyone can see how bad you are.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
My prediction game is better.
Hell yeah. Actually, Pat won the last one we did.
He did. Okay, Pat.
All right, so we both got Roman. All right.
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe.
Who you got? I picked first last time.
Samoa Joe.
Why?
I just think that he had a great run. I mean, I don't think he needs the belt anymore. He's on a fucking video game, for Christ's sake.
Okay.
Who you got?
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said video game. I'm picking AJ Styles.
Just because he's on video?
No, because of the other guy that's in the video game that I told you about that's going to take his title when he eventually comes back, Rey Mysterio.
All right.
So I'm picking AJ Styles.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'm telling you, I keep this in my head. I don't just say shit to say shit. Because people are like, Just like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless is nowadays, just Twitter fingering up, you know?
Yeah, you just keep the same energy, right? Okay.
I mean, if I say something, I'll just say it. I'm going to back it up.
Okay. I feel that. I feel that case. That's why you my tag team partner.
Hell yeah.
All right. Charlotte Flair versus Becky. I hope Becky gets this.
I'm going Becky.
I hope she wins. I like the all black look on her.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty cool spot there because
I like that.
She looked pretty hot too.
She did.
I could take. I tweeted out. I was like, I could take a black hair Becky all day, all day.
Yep. Ronda versus Alexa Bliss.
I don't. Come on,
Yeah, Ronda.
Ronda. So we only differ right now on those 4 matches. We only differ with AJ and Joe.
I
don't think we even need to.
I change my mind. I'm gonna go AJ.
Oh come on! I had to bring that back up, huh? It's set in stone, though. I wrote it. You have what? You have what? Ready? Final answer.
AJ.
All right. All right. So we're all the same then on those 4. We're gonna have to do tiebreakers too.
Jeff Hardy versus Randy. Jeff off the top of the cell.
You're going Jeff?
I'm gonna go Randy.
Ooh, okay.
I think Jeff's gonna do something. I think Jeff's gonna kill himself, and Randy's gonna take advantage. And we're gonna probably see. We're not gonna see Jeff for a while because he already injured. Mr. Short.
I was gonna pick Randy, but just to be different on a match, I'm picking Jeff.
Okay, that's perfect.
Because I here's what I'm hoping out of this. I'm hoping out of this match, like you said, he tries something off the cell. He crashes and burns. Randy wins that way. Jeff fades away. He classifies himself as obsolete. Comes back as Broken Jeff, or Broken Nero, Brother Nero, Broken Jeff, whatever you want to call it. But to be different, I'm picking Jeff.
All right.
Just so we disagree on one match at least.
Cool. Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice.
I'm going Miz and Maurice. I don't think Daniel Bryan's getting that win until against The Miz until like Mania or something.
Just to be different from you, I'm going to go Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. But I do feel like The Miz and Maurice are going.
Okay. I just feel like Daniel Bryan's not getting that win over Miz until it's like the biggest stage, until he's lost like everything against him already. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Dolph Ziggler.
I think he's winning that #1 contender match too.
Who?
Miz.
Oh, Miz. You think he's winning?
Yeah, I think he's winning that one too. At Showdown.
Okay. Dolph Ziggler, Drew Gulak versus
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak.
I wish Drew Gulak.
McIntyre. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I'm going with the show retaining. There's no reason why Seth needs to be Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with you too on that one. I'm going with the show.
That'll be overkill.
Are we not? Speaking of that, are we not getting a Intercontinental Championship match?
I guess not.
Are we not getting a U.S. Championship match?
No. It's a bunch of tag team matches, bro.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
As long as they're good.
The New Day versus Rusev Day.
New Day.
Yeah. Yeah, New Day. I can't even go again.
I wrote it down for you before you said it. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I was trying to,
I love Rusev Day. I just don't think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
I would love for them to give it to him because it would be different, but I just don't. I think they're going to give the New Day a little bit of a longer reign again.
Yeah.
Not as long as they did with their long reign, but I think they'll have it for a few months, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe lose it towards the end of this year, maybe around Survivor Series. So for right now, I'm sticking with the New Day. Mm-hmm. Who would you see as like the guys taking the titles from them? I would take the Bar if they get a shot.
I want to see Sanity take it from him.
Yeah.
Somebody new. I want to see another. What the fuck is Sanity doing at this point? Nothing.
Not much.
So I'd rather.
I mean, they had a match.
Yeah, and they lost. They should have won. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do. I feel like they would be good on Raw because there's more time for them.
I feel like they have the competition to be able to run through and to have feuds with different people even without a title, but they're just not being utilized. So I want to keep them on SmackDown, but I want to get them involved in something.
There's too many tag teams there, though.
But that should help have them have something to do, even if it's like on the pre-show, something. Have a feud that's away from the actual tag team. It's like 2 hours. You can have them like in some type of segments or something. I see what the Young Bucks and Cody and them could do in 15 minutes to an hour. You know what I'm saying? With the I can't see why they can't start building up, different feuds with people. They don't always have to have like a bullshit 5-10 minute match. So I just want to see them involved in something. I mean, even if they were on Raw, I just hope they were utilized on Raw. Also, I don't see why they're not being utilized. It's kind of weird.
What's the next match?
That was all the matches, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8?
Yeah.
No way. I'm calling bullshit. WWE has 8 matches on a pay-per-view.
It says September 12th. This is the updated card from yesterday. Roman, you got AJ. You have Becky versus Flair, Ronda versus Alexa, Randy versus Jeff, Daniel Bryan versus Miz, The Show versus The Shield, Tag Team New Day versus Rusev. Yeah, shit, bro. It's a lot of people off this pay-per-view. Remember.
That's okay. 8's fine.
Yeah. So
There's no reason to have 10.
Yeah, they got the time.
So I'm cool with that. So we only differ on 2 matches. So we need a tiebreaker. We need a couple tiebreakers.
How do we do that?
Okay. Does Jeff do a swanton off the top? Or off any part of the cage?
Yes.
Off the top?
Or any part.
All right, so you're picking any part?
Any part or the top. I got him going through the announce table. I don't got him hitting it on Randy. I got Randy moving.
Okay.
And that's being bold for your wag.
Let's be all right. So we have to be specific with this. So where's he doing it? The swanton off of?
It could be off the top.
We need one thing because this is a tiebreaker. So you need to pick where exactly.
He's gonna have to do it. All right, he's gonna be standing at the top.
Top of cage.
Yep, and he's gonna miss. He's going to fucking hit. He's going to hit the announce table, and that's going to be his demise.
You ready for this? I'm saying no. RKO counter. He hasn't done the RKO in a while.
That's bold. You think he's gonna break his fall? That's bold. Okay, we're gonna see about that.
All right, so there's one.
I hope I'm wrong.
Do Roman and Braun break through the cage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Probably spear right through it.
All right, so yes, and I'm gonna go with. So you say spear? I'm going no. Because I think either the Shield or one of the other two, or the Show are gonna open up the cage somehow.
I feel like they're gonna get in after the spear spot.
All right, so we differ on 2 there. Should we do one more?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I thought of 2, 3. All right, we got Show versus Shield. Okay, well they add another match. What do you think?
Oh, you think they're gonna add another match?
Do you think?
No.
I'm going yes. So you say no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there we have it. We got a couple different. We agree on Roman, AJ, Becky, Ronda, Drew and Dolph, New Day, and then we disagree. You got Randy, I got Jeff, you got Brian and Brie, I got Miz and Maurice. Swanton off the top, you say, with the Miss. I'm saying he's not gonna jump off the top, but he's gonna do an RKO of some kind.
Yeah.
Counter. Okay. Not too bad.
I think. I think that's it. I think that's my pick.
Okay. So that's Sunday. What else is coming up? Anything we got?
As far as events and everything like that,
So, for us or in general?
as far as tonight, I don't know. I think we covered pretty much everything.
I think so.
Shit, yeah. As far as events, though, we have Raising the Bar coming up.
September 28th.
And then on September 30th,
Williamstown, New Jersey. September 28th, Raise the Bar Wrestling. Friday night. I expect everybody to be there. We will be there.
everybody, we will be doing interviews, so look out for us.
We will have our nice new Wrestle Cave shirts on.
Absolutely.
Just look for the High Society up in there.
Yeah, high as usual.
What else we got? The 30th of this month as well, September, Sunday, Chickies and Pete's, South Philadelphia, 1 o'clock. I'll probably be there around 12 though. For again, NFL Wrestle Cave meetup, hangout, whatever you want to call it.
And I will make an appearance.
Pizza on me. Ace will be there. Pat usually be there. We'll hang out. What else? October 14th. We've been talking about it all day. It's sold out. But if you're going, let us know. Me and Pat will be in the building. Bound for Glory, Impact. I know there's a lot of other wrestling shows. Rev Pro has a good one going on too. What else do we have coming up? We got shirt. I will post it.
Yeah, we got t-shirts.
If you are interested, let me or Ace know.
T-shirt coming. We got hoodies coming. We have.
It's hoodie season.
Yeah, man. We have some pins coming. We got some
Stickers
coming. Yeah, man.
We are figuring out the location for our live show, correct?
Oh, yeah, we got a live show coming. Yeah.
We're narrowing it down to, we have 2 spots now we're choosing from. Is that correct?
Yep. Absolutely.
So look for that. We're trying to do that before the end of the year or at the beginning of...
I don't know. Probably do it beginning, depending on situation.
Wrestle Kingdom time?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so probably around the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
What else? Anything good?
Man, you can check us out here every week. You can follow us on Instagram at The Wrestle Cave. You can follow us on Twitter at Wrestle_Cave. You can follow us on Facebook at Wrestle Cave Podcast. We are officially now on iHeartRadio, so clap it up one time, Casey. It's not an easy thing to do.
CZW will also be we go to their shows every now and then too. They do Dojo Wars down with the sickness they just had, so we'll be there.
Absolutely. And if any members of your wrestlers and you have events coming up, tag us, let us know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we always like to help out. So
yeah, for sure. And then we got a couple more exclusive episodes coming. Me and Casey are brainstorming through some things. Shout out to Pat.
Want to know in the fantasy football league? I'm representing for us, bro. I'm representing. I am Team High Society. We are 1-0.
Absolutely. So we got some more content coming for y'all. Shout out to all the new members.
Oh, if you want to join, I will be. Speaking of Facebook, if you want to join, I'm gonna make a fantasy basketball like I did last year.
That's fire. I need that. That's what I'm talking about right there, Casey. That's what I'm talking about right there.
You want to be in it this year? I know you weren't in it last year.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to be in it this year.
Kick your ass.
Brian is on my team, wherever fuck team I have.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're gonna put Brian on there.
Have him, bro. Have him. He ain't gonna do anything. He'll be all right. Like he'll get his numbers, but the wins in LA ain't gonna come that easy.
We gonna see, man. But I'm fried. You know what I'm saying? This was a dope ass show, man. Too sweet, me brother. No, go, man. We out.
Bye.